Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to a new video and Merry Christmas to all of you. Today I'm going to showcase a team which I have done very well with lately. I think I've been climbing around 300 points during 3 days with the Shadow Drapion, Tapu Fini and Scrafty. I got this team recommended to me by Thomas and Toynaus, the great people in the community, and the team was originally with Tapu Fini Lead. But I started to see so many Tapu Fini leads myself, and I figured out that I would rather have my Tapu Fini in the back, because Shadow Drapion can still do alright against a Tapu Fini lead. And as always, if you guys enjoyed the videos, make sure to click subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and let's get started here with some battles. First of all, Shadow Drapion versus Dragonite. This is alright for me, but the Dragon Breath are adding up pretty quickly here. And I always like to go a bit over my crunch, or maybe throw at like 7 or 8, so they don't catch the move. So here I'm just trying to go for that CMP tie, and I am going to give up a shield here. It is just a Dragon Claw, and I would survive this. The Dragon Claw from, for example, a Charizard, I think it is around 29 to 30%. So here I'm able to grab a shield, and I'm switching into my Tapu Fini, and here we are met with the Trevenant. This is not the worst, but I really don't need to bait out the Trevenant, as we already have 2 counters for this one. But at least we're able to pressure him with that Moonblast. And here we see that he's throwing just before my Surf. He wins CMP also, but he's looking to maximize his energy here. Then I'm looking to wait the Switch Timer. I don't want the Switch Timer so I can swap out. Didn't find the right words there, but just wait the Switch Timer so we are not locked in case you want to switch out. That's what I was trying to say. There's the Seed Bomb. I am getting pretty low here, but that's fine for me. Here Dragonite comes back in, and I'm going to shield this. Sadly, it's just a Dragon Claw, but here I'm able to go for my Power Punch. I was going to press my Foul Play, but luckily I was able to go for that Power Punch instead. In the back there is a regular Lapras. They're only looking to go for my Foul Play. The thing in this matchup, which I didn't really realize, is that I have 0 shields. So that you see, that's why I'm not going to catch move, because here I was counting and I was thinking like, you know, I'll let this go down, then I will shield and I will throw my crunch. So I really recommend you guys make sure that you have control if you have shields or not, because this was probably not winnable, but my game plan was kind of screwed up because of that. Either way, here we see a regular Swampert Lead, which is pretty bad for me. So I'm looking to go into my Tapu Fini, and then I'm met with that Amok. Oftentimes with the Amok versus the Tapu Fini, they always just Acid Spray and try to farm down. So I'm just looking to no-shield this one. And I am going to be able to pressure with my second Surf if he doesn't throw. But he throws on the CMP tie, but that's alright for me. At least he wastes some energy here. And that way he prevents me from throwing. Then I'm looking to come back with my Drapion. Here I can just farm a lot, because the Dark Pulse is not threatening. And if it's going to Acid Spray me, I'm fine with that, as long as I can get a lot of energy here. Here we go. Now I'm just looking to throw my Aqua Tail. It does around the same amount of damage as Crunch, and it costs less energy. So here we see the Swampert again. I'm looking to pressure this one with the Crunch. I have 2 shields, they have 2 shields. I can go for another Crunch. Hopefully he shields this. If not, at least that Swampert is not threatening anymore for my Drapion. Now I'm looking to go for that CP tie, and at this point, since I have 2 shields and the game is getting late, I think, you know what, I'm gonna pressure his shield. If he does not shield this, that means that he is not really afraid of the Drapion, but he does shield it. So at this point, I figure out I'll just let go of my Drapion. Then I can get a nice farm down with my Scrafty. Here he's looking to switch out, and we are met with the Escavalier. So this is a bit tricky. I need 7 and 6 for 2 foul plays, and he needs the same for Drill Run, and he wins CMP. So that's why I'm looking to bait here. And now as we bait and we CMP tie, I know that he can only get 1 move, and I'll be able to get to my foul play before his next Drill Run. And also that Swampert is pretty dry. I think it is... it needs like 3 or 4 for that Hydro. So we were able to win the game, and GG's, tough game there. Next up we see the Escavalier in the lead, pretty tough lead. But the counter damage doesn't add up that much. So I'm looking to stay in here. I don't really like to swap out unless I get really hard countered in the lead. So I'm just looking to stay in. And we need to shield this Drill Run here. Here we go. I can farm a bit more. And he's close to being in Aqua Tail range. So I figure out I'll just pressure him with the Aqua Tail here. And he does get shielded. Do I go down 2 shields here? Yeah, I decide to go down 2 shields. I think this will work out in the end. Look at the farm a bit more. He's catching a move on the Mandibus, but to be honest, this is not too bad for me. I can come right into my Tapu Fini. Maybe it would have been ideal to farm up and stack energy there, because that is something I have noticed when I lose some games, that I switch out. I really switch out before I need to, when I can just stack up energy. But we should be fine regardless here. He only has one shield and is not looking to shield from the Tapu Fini, so then I can just farm it all the way down. It looks, I think he's going to reach a third move here. Yeah, he reaches another Aerial Ace, but that is fine for me. The lower I get, the less farm they can get. And here he's looking to hard swap in a Giratina A. So at this point I'm looking alright here. Now I can come back with my Drapion. Here we see Pitai, and at this point I was not afraid of him trying to catch, because then the crunch would have taken out that Escavalier anyways. Now we're adding some nice damage here. He's taking me out, that's fine. Just wait the timer. Then I can come in with my Scrafty. And once again, I'm not afraid of any catch here. If he catches, then the Escav goes down. And the Dragon Claws aren't doing that much. And I'm happy that this is a Shadow Claw Giratina, because if this would have been a Dragon Breath Giratina, it would have been way tougher for me. Here we can just go for a Power Punch. And I think at this point, even though I'm boosted, I'm fine just clearing my boost and switching into Tapu Fini to get that farm down. And GG's, well played there. Next up here, we have Shadow Drapion versus Gliscor. So here I'm looking to stay in a bit. This Pokemon, oftentimes I've seen it with Charizard and stuff, so let's see here. I'm looking to go for my Aqua Tail. Does not get shielded. And I think this is just a Night Slash, sadly. But he's baiting me correctly here. There's look to switch in a Virizion. And Virizion, I'm telling you guys, this is the core breaker for this team. And if you see this in the lead, it's pretty much GG's. But now as I can get the alignment onto my Scrafty, I should be alright. This thing is running Leaf Blade and Sacred Sword. Cobalion is something you can work with. If you see a Cobalion, you can save swap your Scrafty and you can put in work there. But the Virizion is a bit tougher here. And I will not live this Sacred Sword, so I think I figure out that I no shield this one. Yeah, no shield. We still have Drapion alive, and our Poison Sting fast moves are dealing some nice amount of damage. Here I'm looking to go for the crunch. Hopefully it does not shield this, because I don't really want to use all of my shields here. It does not shield it, and I'm able to farm him all the way down. I see that that there is some stuttering on the top left there, so maybe it was lagging. I'm not sure if he had the move ready, but regardless, here we are met with the Cresselia. Really, Virizion and Cresselia, it is pretty tough for this team. But that's also one reason why I removed the Tapu Lead, because then in the beginning we were ABA weak to this Cresselia. Luckily he doesn't throw quickly, so I'm able to CMP tie him here with that Surf. But he does nothing. At this point, hopefully he does not undercharge this Grass Knot. But he goes for a Moonblast, okay. Yeah, maybe I didn't pay attention. I think he had Future Sight and Moonblast probably. But that's fine for me. Now we're seeing the Gliscor once again here. I'm looking to no shield this Night Slash. But he's getting that attack rose, so this is looking pretty tough. And this will most likely be a GG's. And this Aqua Tail, let's see if he takes it out. No, he shields that, that's unfortunate. And with that boost, the wing attacks are just too much for me. And then I'm looking to top left, and GG's there. Well played to my opponent. Next up here we have the Deoxys Lead. This is pretty good for me. Here I'm a bit slow on the swap, so we are met with the Registeel. And here I just need to go for the Power Punch. And if he debuffs me, then I'm in a bit trouble. So let's see here. I do leave one Focus Blast or a Sap Cannon fine, but yeah, here he's getting the debuff. That's the first one. And let's see now. I think this is the game where he got me debuffed twice, so that's pretty bad. And now we have to shield. So at this point I can just shield and farm it all the way down. And I should still be boosted one stage, even though he debuffed me, but he got the debuff twice. So that is really good stuff right there. Then I can just go for my Foul Play here. Will still deal some okay damage. And at this point I'm kind of afraid of hard swapping in case he has something to hard counter me in the back. So I'll just give him the farm. But now as he does not shield, I can just hard swap in my Tapu Fini. Should just be a Rock Slide or Psycho Boost. There we go. Now I can just farm it all the way down, and it's going to reach a Psycho Boost, so that's kind of unfortunate. And in the back there is a Scrafty, so I probably should have been reading this team a bit better, but it's still not over yet. At this point, I think it's just a power punch, so maybe I can be able to reach my Moonblast. Let's see here. I'm able to reach my Moonblast, and if it doesn't shield this, it will take out that Scrafty. Moonblast does around 71% damage. And at this matchup is still looking tough for me, so I kind of just need to hard swap in my Drapion here to pressure this one before it is boosting too much. I can go for an Aqua Tail. And I have to shield soon, so I figure out that I would rather shield ASAP now, so he doesn't boost too much here. Now we're able to pressure him with an Aqua Tail, and hopefully we can CMP time here. But he does not throw. Maybe he didn't have the move, and I probably didn't have the counts, but luckily we're able to take out that Scrafty, and now we can just farm down the Deoxys, and GG's, well played there. Next matchup here, we have Shadow Drapion versus Tapu Fini. Pretty good for me. Now you see opponent is hard swapping that Amok, and I'll go in with my Scrafty. Once again, this is probably just going to Acid Spray me down, and I really should have thrown my Power Punch immediately. I don't know why I'm going over, because I would like those counters to get boosted immediately. Now we're just looking to ramp up those Power Punches. Make sure we pressure that Muk as much as possible. We will probably make a slightly mistake, because now as I let this one go, he's able to farm me down, and he's looking to shield his Power Punch, as I remember, and then he can farm me down and take back switch. But the thing here is that since our Tapu Fini is gone, it is really what we don't want to see versus that Tapu Fini, so this is alright for me. Here I can get a bunch of farm with my Drapion, because that Amok is a Poison type and Dark type, so I'm going to get a lot of fast moves here. There's a Charizard. This is one reason why I'm running Aqua Tail over Sludge Bomb, because the Aqua Tail is dealing a nice amount of damage. But I do have the Tapu Fini. Now opponent is looking to switch in his own Tapu Fini. I have some energy here in the lead. So now I'm just looking to go for Moonblast all day, as he only has one shield. He doesn't shield this. He gets the attack fail, so that's lucky for me, as I got 2 times debuff from the Registeal. It's nice to get something back here in another game. Sadly here I'm shielding a bait. And I think this was a mistake on me shielding, because that Moonblast would not have taken me out, and I would still have a bit more health than him. But regardless, we are able to farm down. We can throw the Surf. He could have CMP tied us probably here, but that's alright for me. I can just stay in here. I have no rush to swap out, and he recognized that, and that's why he does not throw. And then I can just take it out with the Surf, and GG's there. Well played. Hope you all enjoyed the videos, and have a good day. See you guys soon.